Good morning, all you financiers, bankers, executives, managers, and various officers. My name is Radhesham Beragi. I'm a valuation expert. I'm a technical expert in various corporate organizations such as NBFCs, banks, housing finance corporations, and some other institutions. For the locations, Rajasthan, New Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and of course some other nearby locations where I have not gone there, but the reports and the details came to me for the initial scanning, right? So today I'm here to discuss about the identification and the valuations of various immovable properties, how to get good valuations, how to get good references, how to get good discussions with other technical experts, and how to draft a very interesting and very consolidated valuations so that a credit team, a credit managers, area credit managers, regional credit managers, or the person, the CEO and the owner who wants to give loans to individual or in the retailing sector or in the affordable segments, they can give freely, they can give with confidence, they can give with the belief that due to this strong valuations our money will be returned back in form of the interest along with the root amount. Obviously, that is the amount which we have funded along with interest we will get back if the valuation is very good. So anyway, that is the other part. We are here to discuss about the identification. This is very interesting and this is very important for any organizations. Guys who are doing evaluations in various sectors such as technical executives, technical officers, regional technical managers, technical heads, area technical managers, branch technical managers. In various positions, they are doing valuations. If they are identifying the property and the institution is funding money to that, that is all right. But if in case they are not able to identify the property and still they are getting approval from higher authority and giving loan with a higher rate ROI or the minimum rate or rate of ROI, trust me, this loan would get default and would never money back. So this must be the NPA, this could be the NPA. So what you can take precautions here is you should be strict to identification. If you are able to identify the property, then give them loan, not an issue. For identification, you should free the technical team and ask them, go there, go in the market, find references, research, and carefully check the documents and identify the property. After identification, we will get two rates. One is the construction rates and other is the land rate. Once land rate came, construction rate came, we will multiply it with the built up area and the land area and we'll get the actual cost of valuations. And this trace value you can take if it gets in NPA, you can this by 85% of the total valuation you can take this in the form of this trace value, right? So suppose one case came to me, that is home loan. One guy who wants to complete like many organizations. So video is some kind of glimpse. So anyway, hi. So now it is all right. So what we can do is we can do something better in the various scenarios, right? Hello. Actually, the system is not supporting well. So, hello, hello. Okay, guys, I came back because sometimes it happens that the voice is moving forward and the gestures are moving backward. So anyway, we were talking about identification of the property. Suppose a case came to you for home loan, where the construction activity reached up to the plinth level, and customer wants to construct from the starting to the final finishing. The case came to us, and the documents like lease deed and along with site plan and approved map and construction permission that came to me. Right, I'm a technical expert. So I got the documents, and I first acknowledged those documents in the form of by remarking like the lease deed, the ownership document must be checked in the name of customer. Then the site plan with the four boundaries and dimensions that must be checked. And again, in other form, the approved map is there. You should get that map also. But if it is not required, the well planned and site plan is there. And construction permission, if it is required, you should get this copy of that and that construction permission. And in other forms, one most important document which is required, estimate. The amount which you are going to fund for a particular property needs estimate. Based on estimates, the credit team can fund and the technical team can judge that the progress of work in the effective manner. So you got the lease deed in the name of customers. You check that the owner is the same mentioned in the lease deed along with for boundaries and site plan. So you will go to the site. First, you will ask from the people before moving to the home. Ask to the people, just put the name. If they know, they will tell about the home. If they don't know, you should not the house number, and then you should check house number series wise. Once that number came where you wanted to do valuation or visit, you can identify this is the property of that thing. But this is not the identification, this is initial recognition. Now how identification will done? Now you came to the property, right? You are having a document, right? And site plan is mentioned there, where the size and north, east, west mentioned, and the boundaries, the name of person surrounding by name by that property is mentioned, who is situated and what property is situated in east direction, what is in west direction, what is the dimension in west direction, what is in the north, and where is the road, how you will move to the how you will enter to the property. So once you will check four boundaries and from the person names and the home names and the plot numbers and the house numbers, if the all are same, then this is called the real identification of the property. Now in the second stage, what you will do, you will take tab each step, then you will measure the distance given in the east direction, you will measure the length given in the west direction, width given in the east direction, and then you will mesh if that are almost same, it means this is the second step of real identification. Now you will move to the room, and the estimate provided to you, you will judge and you will verify that how many rooms are they are constructing, how many toilets are constructing, where will be the dining, where will be the bedrooms, where will be the staircase, and some other structures. You will judge that well. It means you are all right. Okay, so this is the way. So this is the way through which you can identify a particular property, right? So you are recognized by visiting the estimate that how many rooms are there and how many kitchens are there, right? So this is the step you identify, right? So now what you can do is you can move forward and capture photographs along with selfie and road approach one and the construction progress. You will capture photographs and come back, record some information by the manual research, by the manual into the surrounding properties, the surrounding people. You will record a siege. Now what is the next term? You now what is the next? What you will do is, when you will collect all these informations, you would also note, or you will also get at least 2 property dealers reference along with some other informations. Come back to office, talk to the, if possible, go to the office of those property dealers and discuss with them, talk to them, and get visiting cards of both the property dealers. You are having your own file where you can put those kind of what we can see is those visiting cards, so that you can use those cards to get property rights, right? So you can, if you have a very good discussion with property dealers, maybe they are not ready to come to the office, but you will salute well, if you will introduce yourself well, they will entertain you and provide the actual rate. So if they, suppose they have provided 500 rupees per square feet, then what you can, how you can manipulate this rate? Because a property dealer is providing a rate. If you are telling that we wanted to fund this property, it means property dealer will add his profit also. So if he is providing 500 rupees per square feet, then you can take 450 rupees per square feet rate for that particular property as a land rate, and you will multiply it by land area, you will get the land value. Now we should move to the construction value. So here various contractors are having their own search, their own research, their own activity, their own style of work, their own activities of work, their own professionalism. Some engineers, some executive, and some supervisors. So they charge accordingly. Minimum you should take 900 rupees per square feet to maximum 1200 rupees per square feet, unless until this is not the case of residential townships and some other properties. In self construction you can take this G+1, G+2, that is all right. But in the high-rise buildings, in the residential projects, you should take the consolidated and the selling value of the flat. So you should research according to that. So by this way, if you will multiply and you will add, you will multiply land rate with land area plus built up area with built up rate, the total valuation will come. Now this is the information you will write as per your banks, your corporation's format. Sometimes if you observe this in the format, the customer name, the login ID, and the type of transactions, like this is the home loan, this is the HL home loan, this is the LAP loan against property, this is kind of some other extensions, improvements, and these things happens in this. Then you will add the property address, which the property address which you have got at the time of visit, and the property address which is mentioned in the documents. If these two are same, then the property is identified. You will also mark some geolocation. We can easily take from the WhatsApp. So geolocation is very important for any area, because suppose we are working the organization, maybe within 2 or 3 years we will get promoted, or we will shift the organization, we will change the job. Then if someone wants to visit the property, they can easily visit by the use of geolocations, like collection team, like credit team, like audit team, RSU team, like some other higher authorities they wanted to visit, so they can easily visit. Now you will move the stage of the construction. Means the plinth area is received. Listen, the most important thing is the stage of construction. Based on stage of construction, any organization release the amount. So if the brickwork is raised up to slab level, that is called 40%. If RCC is constructed, this is called 70%. If plaster and the flooring is done, this is called 80 to 85%. If electricity, light fittings, some other all finishing work done, this is called 100%. Right? At the stage of plinth level, this is called 10 to 15%. So by the way, this is the stage of constructions, but generally the organization funds in three steps. One at the time of reaching the stage plinth level, then reaching the stage at the RCC level, or after casting the RCC, and then the final finishing. These three terms through which we release the payment, and any organization release the payment. So this is the part, and we identify the property. So identification is very important. Listen, if you are working for any organization, you must identify the property. Yeah, your valuation can be increased to 10%, 20% below or above. That is all right, not more than that, right? So you should also take care about that. But identification is must. You should raise all deviations, all development issues, road issues, document issues to your higher authority. This would help to do well business, to maintain the NHB guidelines, RBI regulations, and to maintain the very good records of, or the respect of that particular organization. Don't go for fraud. Do well, do according to policy. If that is not fit in the policy, be polite and well explained to the customer, so customer will keep respect of your organization, even he didn't get the loan as well, right? So this was the things, identification and the valuations. So I'm a technical expert all over India. You can see from any stage, from any states, from any districts, from any country, even Afghanistan, my friends is there. In Switzerland, my friends are there. In the Kenya, my friends are there. Rafiq Essas in Afghanistan, Switzerland, the Ritvik Kapruvan, and the Raghav Sahgal, and the Noida, the Utkarsh Chandan, the Japan, and one another is Kenya, this Ramesh Jihirani. So I'm very fine that I worked and I studied along with these guys, and basically I'm a graduate from Sada University, Greater Noida, in the Delhi NCR areas in 2014 in civil engineering, right? And having 7 to 8 years approx experience, I was started working prior to 2014 as well, right? So anyway, by this way, you can connect to me. My mobile number is 8949141576. This is my mobile number. So this is my mobile number, 8949141576. Right? This is my WhatsApp number also. Author radebaragi@gmail.com is my email ID, and currently I am working as a South Rajasthan tech head for the Muthoot Group, the Muthoot Company India Limited, and responsible for various locations. So this is the free services for all of you. I'm not charging anything from this. I'm just do this after my official time in the evening session and in the morning sessions, along with my some creative activities, as I'm working on my next novel, Queen of Chilamaya, that I will publish soon, right? So this is the way through which we wanted to move, and anything related to valuation jobs, related to locations, not even I'm asking about the co-workers and the higher authorities below, the executive officers, even to the CEOs. I'm requesting they can call me and they can ask about the business, about the scene of business, about the zone of business, how business will take place, and is our given amount will come back or not. This you can ask them. So requesting all investors, CMDs, MDs and CEOs they can call me and they can freely ask. I'm always happy to work with various technical team members and to control the risk so that I can provide best facilities to the institution where I'm working and to other technical members also. Sometimes it happens that we are not able to provide the good value, the actual valuations. Then how we will get valuation? We will go to the property dealers, we will go to some other institutions, technical team members, and we will discuss outside the institutions, and we will get the actual value. So that's why this is important. However, the Muthoot Homefin India Limited has started work, and anyone want loan from Muthoot Homefin India Limited, they can take loan. They can apply for loan. We have started loan all over India from NRI customers as well, and from the merchant navy customers as well. So this is the scenario. Again, myself Radhesham Bairagi, I'm a valuation expert. Please, you all are welcome with the free discussion with me. Also, you should come at my evening sessions, Sahitya Sam with author Radhesham Bairagi. So you are most welcome over there also. So again, thank you so much guys for listening me. Thanks a lot. This will help you to get trained yourself in the valuation field of various corporate organizations. So thank you so much guys. Bye bye. Take care. Ram Ram.